If someone tried to rob the bank, a worker could secretly press a hidden button with their foot. Right away, there'd be a loud boom. Then a hidden can would spray out thick yellow gas all over the room. The gas would make it super hard to breathe. People would start coughing like crazy, their eyes would burn, and the robber would feel dizzy and pass out in just a few seconds. But there was one big problem: everyone else in the bank, workers, customers, everyone would breathe in the same awful gas. They'd be choking, too. That's why this wild idea never really took off. The tank flew across the room and hit the boy in the head. He was having an MRI scan after a surgery. But something went terribly wrong. A staff member accidentally brought a metal oxygen tank into the room. When the machine was turned on, its super strong magnet yanked the tank straight into the scanner right where the boy was lying. Doctors rushed to help, but sadly, he passed away 2 days later. When you're pregnant, wearing a seatbelt the wrong way can be super dangerous. If the belt goes across your belly and you're in a crash, the force can hit your stomach hard. That can cause the placenta to tear away, which means your baby can't get the oxygen they need. Now, you might think, maybe I shouldn't wear a seatbelt at all, but that's even riskier. If you stop suddenly or crash, you could slam into the steering wheel and that can hurt both you and your baby. Here's what to do instead: wear the seatbelt under your belly, low and snug across your hips. That way, the belt spreads the force safely across your strong bones. It's a simple move that can help protect both you and your baby in a big way. Imagine a roller coaster like no other, built for people who are seriously sick and want to choose a wild, thrilling way to say goodbye. This ride shoots up over 1,500 feet into the sky. Then, it dives straight down at more than 200 miles per hour. After that, it twists through 7 loops that get smaller and smaller. The crazy speed and tight turns push the body so hard that riders pass out almost right away. Their brains stop getting oxygen, and after about a minute, it brings a peaceful end. This coaster was meant to give terminally ill people one last, unforgettable ride, but in real life, only a small model of it was ever built. He tried to set his shoe on fire during the flight, but a sharp flight attendant smelled the smoke and saw what he was up to. Right away, the crew and passengers jumped in and tackled him to the floor. He was later put to sleep with medicine to keep him calm. When they checked his shoes, they found a fuse sticking out of each one. Inside, explosives enough to blow up the whole plane. That's why you have to take off your shoes at airport security. It all started with this terrifying moment in the sky. What if you pulled out someone's spine and used it as a weapon? Could you swing it like a whip? Oh yeah, you totally could. A spine is made of a bunch of small bones, so it bends and twists easily. Swing it fast enough, and those bones can snap against skin hard enough to tear it open. Now imagine this: you sharpen the bones. Boom! It's like a saw made of bone, slicing through flesh like butter. But wait, it gets even crazier. Wrap that spine in metal, and now you've got a brutal as the winning numbers popped up. He couldn't believe it. He had just won $31 million. He was thrilled. Right away, he bought a huge mansion for himself and gave nice homes to his family, too. He handed out cash to his friends, gave to his church, and even helped strangers on the street. Life felt like a dream. But over time, that thrill started to fade. The brain has a funny way of getting used to everything, even the good stuff. No matter how much your life changes, your happiness usually goes back to normal. He started to feel empty, then sad. People kept asking him for more money, and he began to get angry. The pressure was too much. His wife left him, and she took the kids. He felt alone, lost. He shut himself in his room, crushed by everything that had happened. What started as the best day of his life slowly turned into the worst. In the end, that winning ticket that had promised so much cost him everything. If someone tried to rob the bank, a worker could secretly press a hidden button with their foot. Right away, there'd be a loud boom. Then a hidden can would spray out thick yellow gas all over the room. The gas would make it super hard to breathe. People would start coughing like crazy, their eyes would burn, and the robber would feel dizzy and pass out in just a few seconds. But there was one big problem: everyone else in the bank, workers, customers, everyone would breathe in the same awful gas. They'd be choking, too. That's why this wild idea never really took off.